Like I got to explain the whole premise of the show. This is great. This is perfect. I feel like I'm talking to somebody, and I am. You, the listening audience, welcome to WHINYL. Why do we buy vinyl? Why do we buy physical media at all? I think it's something that came up in some other shows that I was already involved in, and it got me thinking as I'm somebody who not only buys records still, but cassettes, CDs, all sorts of things. I'll buy a book if it comes with a 7-inch record on it. So I'm really into the way a lot of today's musicians and artists are releasing their music in a physical way. But also, records have become extremely popular. So I've been listening to records forever. Now that they're super popular, there's a lot of gimmicky records out on the market. And so you've got to know what to buy, what not to buy. I've been buying records for a long time, and I'm really starting to ask myself why. So I might be doing some praising, but I might also be doing some appraising. Welcome to WHINYL. All right, guys, check this out. Pure Beauty. This is Shirt, Queen's Rapper, record that was put out on Third Man Records. That's Jack White's label, Jack White of the White Stripes. Thank you, Tanya. And basically, Shirt is the first rapper signed to Third Man Records, but Shirt's been a bit of an anomaly in the hip-hop world as he's been doing all sorts of things like writing a fake New York Times article about himself that got him a lot of hype, but then a lot of people, of course, both found it hilarious and not so cool. So understandably so. We've got now Pure Beauty. This is apparently a work of art in terms of, you know, the way a lot of artists are releasing their music. You bought the record, you got this nice sleeve. It's a solid slab of black vinyl. This is all artwork that I think Shirt saw because he received a free music art education in Europe for free. So he got that for free. A high school dropout in New York was offered a full scholarship. And so this is John Baldessari's artwork, and he was asked if he could use it in his album, and he said yes. So he co-opted another artist's artwork with his permission. And you'll also notice attached is this little thumb drive, and that features over 10,000 photographs that Shirt took during the process of making this album and being overseas and his schooling in the art galleries, that he was not permitted to take a lot of these pictures, but he still just is co-opting the art and saying it's not for anyone to rule who can and cannot see it. So he took pictures of it. It's all on here. It's just the whole reason why we buy physical media. This is not something you can just read about online. You need to feel this bitch. And it's got this, and so you're just all curious, right? No one's gonna put that online for you. You gotta buy this, get this stuff. And it came with a cool shirt. Check that out. Reissues are a big thing right now in the record world. They've always been around. Typically, when I was first collecting records, you could go into old mom and pop shops and find a lot of very popular records for $2-3 a side. So nothing big, but now I'm even seeing these, like, you know, records you'd see 3 or 4 copies of being reissued. So it's dangerous out there, folks. Not every reissue needed to be reissued. And most of the stuff they're trying to get you to pay $22 to $28 for, you could probably get $4 or $5 for and have an original pressing of that record. So the multicolors, the things that kind of go well with the whole packaging and feel, the aesthetic, makes it worthwhile to at least consider if you're building out a sizable record collection and you don't already have a big stack of wax. So be careful out there, folks. I fell for it. I've got Diggable Planets blowout comb. I've even got this like rebirth of new greatest hits that's got most of the first and second album with a couple of remixes. It's enough to not need the first album, but still. Light in the Attic Records recently reissued Diggable Planets' first album. I've got it here with me. And this is Reachin', a new refutation of time and space. And it's a great album. I mean, anybody knows Diggable Planets, loves Diggable Planets. I don't think I've ever heard anybody, besides like a girl that I dated when this album was out, say that this was not a good album. It's a classic album, and it's amazing. This kind of took what Gangstar was doing with Guru and jazzy beats and then really laced it up with the new school blues crew. And it was so amazing. So here's where we get the beginning of the downfall. This is a special gold color wax edition of 1000. I realized gold could be really cool, especially with this record. They show pictures of it online. Look, here's what it looks like online. Now that's what was being advertised. So of course I purchased it, and it sold out really quickly. I was happy. I hadn't even received the record in the mail yet, and it had sold out. They were already starting to take pre-orders for the regular black wax. So I knew I'd scored something that would probably be worth something. I wasn't even sure I would want to play it, but judging from those pictures, that gold wax was going to look nice on my platter when I laid the needle on the record. So I wanted it, all right? That's what they show you online when they tell you that's what the color of the wax is. And it's gold. So you're thinking something like that you would want around your neck. And then this is what you pull out. I mean, come on, guys. This looks like Tang. This is not gold. Not even close to what you showed. That's really disappointing. Don't show somebody a solid slab of gold wax and deliver this hot mass. This is something I had immediately regretted after ordering. This is the Grammy Award-winning box set, the Voyager Golden Record. Now, this is the record that actually got sent into space. Scientists put this together. It had greetings from all languages throughout the planet. This was like one of those holiday records you have to pre-order, and it just sounded so amazing, and I had a little holiday money, so I bought it. And then you're just thinking to yourself, this is 3-record set. It's supposed to come with like a slip mat and everything about it just seemed gimmicky, and I was very, very, very upset. However, I'm happy to announce that upon receiving this, not only was the slip mat this, which was wicked, and it came with a pin, which I've worn, and it's got pictures. This booklet that came with it, oh my God, it's so good. This book is like something you would show anybody that came over to your house. And it's got pictures of like photographs that went up in space and that we're trying to show aliens, and it's just pictures of nature and animals and all the different types of people and us doing really amazing things, including trying to get in touch with them. All right, and as Carl Sagan says on the beginning of this, the launching of this bottle into the cosmic ocean says something very hopeful about life on this planet. And we need to get back there. And this book was a good reminder. Amazing. It reminds me just how hopeful we once were. And the music is amazing. You get a download card. You don't really need to play the records. This is more definitely kitschy in terms of just going to get some dust on your shelf space. But otherwise, this is hot, hot, hot. And it's worth a yard. Tune in next time. I'll probably go hard on some of the things that have been upsetting me the most and give me a reason to no longer want to buy vinyl. I'll see you guys then.